Okay, guys. We have a 4v4 on BlackForest. In the orange, we have Random Word Generator. He is playing as the Chinese and he hails from Canada. Then in the purple, we have Munez81, who is playing as the Slavs and he's from the United States. And then we have Camping D. He is Japanese, playing as a Japanese. And in the teal, we have Chong from China, and he's playing as the Saracens. And then we have Frank in yellow, playing as the Malians. He is from New Zealand. And in the red, we have Motastic TV from the USA. He is Sicilians. In the green, we have Wayne Locks from Colombia playing as the Incas. And in the blue, we have Abil playing as the Ethiopians. And it looks like yellow wants to get these gates up quickly. Little scout action going on here. Yellow with the forward lumber camp. And I am using the original way to cast games instead of Capture Age, just because whenever it's a 4v4, it tends to be a little jittery. Red and yellow talking back and forth about walling. And yellow's sending some villagers forward. Looks like he's going to lame the berries. Oh, and I didn't mention two of the nationalities because I didn't look them up previously. I forgot. Camping D is from the UK, and the blue player is from the United States. Collecting his boar here. So I don't normally play a lot of BlackForest, and I don't normally think of casting a lot of BlackForest games. However, I did cast one of Frank's games before, and it did really well. People enjoyed it. So, when he sent me another one, I replayed part of it just to kind of get an idea what was going on. And I felt like this was a good enough game to cast as well. So here we are. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And is Teal going to do something about that? Getting a couple hits in on Yellow's scout here. And it looks like Yellow, yeah, surrounded the berries. So the plus side is you've denied their immediate ability to access those berries. The downside is you had to idle one or two villagers this whole time and spend the wood to do it. So they're actually slightly better off right now, but it might hurt them a little later on. On BlackForest, though, there tends to be multiple ways to get food, both gray. Well, maybe just gray. Yeah, gray and purple are both docking to get some of that fish. And then there is a lot of boar all around that you can access as well. So losing the berries is not the end of the world. As yellow comes out here, he's going to dock as well.
Yeah.
Can you see? Yeah, okay, so there. Plenty of boar over here. They could try and lure if he wanted to. And, oh, look at that. I missed it. The triple boar lure. Something that I didn't realize was very common because I don't play a lot of BlackForest and I don't cast a lot of BlackForest. But the last game I featured a triple boar lure, and here you have it again. Apparently, people can stack even more than just 2 or 3, to the point where some people will get 5 or 6. I was talking to Frank, and I think he said he did 5 the other day, which is just insane. And there's 1, 2, yeah, so lots of boar. And orange hits feudal age first.
Yes.
Has a couple of militia. And red says you need to wall. Blue says yes. So teal's like, nice gates. I think I'll build some houses in front of them. That way, they're worthless to you. And yeah, that's going to get denied. And that villager's going to go down. Unless he can quick wall it in. Nope. Yep, he goes down. And orange building a tower. Didn't even bother building his own palisade walls. He's just going to build a tower. And attack the palisade wall there. And he already has troops in on the other side too. And, but what do we have here? A sneak barracks from blue. Looks like just 1 spearman. And no, 2 spearmen. But it looks like orange caught on to it pretty quick. 3 spearmen. And went ahead and walled it in. So it's kind of useless right now. And, ooh. Orange is in. Blue tried to get a defensive tower up. But the villagers were able to get underneath it. Plus 3 men at arms. And that tower goes down. That stone was a waste. And things not looking too hot for blue right out the gate. As blue keeps having to pull his villagers back as they're getting harassed. He's trying to collect some more stone. And orange decided, you know what? You got these delicious looking ibex right here. I think I'll take them. Red says stone wall, please. Archers and men-at-arms in blue's base. Frank's scout's gonna just keep getting shot. Some quick walls coming up here. Quick house walls. And just orange is all over blue. Thankfully, red fast castled. So hopefully he can start helping with some of this pressure that blue is receiving. Or help apply some pressure on teal's side. Blue's really getting cramped here. Ooh. Villager doesn't stand a chance. Purple and gray and green are now in castle as well. Blue's still trying to quick wall. And it looks like gray and purple are just being content to boom right now. A lot of fishing ships for the small little dot of water. Probably going to invest in some fish traps here soon. So now it's just orange and blue that are not in castle, and it's probably due to orange's feudal aggression and blue's defensiveness. And it looks like teal pushing a little bit. Did get their expo upgrade.
Salamne.
Alright. One villager goes down. Ooh, two. That one could have been avoided. But a siege workshop is up. Hopefully we'll see either a Mangonel or maybe a Scorpion. Yellow says Cafe He Expo. Maybe careful. He has crossbow. And blue was some kind of unit there. Green sending in some Kamuk. I never know how to say those right. Interesting choice. They don't have any armor whatsoever. So versus a tower and archers. But Gray adding some knights in. So not a bad idea after all. Green building a forward siege workshop as well. And what is this? Look at orange. He has penetrated past not only green and blue, but he is now on the doorsteps of the pocket player. One of the pocket players. And red has been prioritizing eco above all else. He has 4 TCs. Last thing he's thinking about is the fact that orange is building stone walls and who knows what else in his base and has military in his base. Like, who expects that? Need to get that. There we go. And orange is inside of Castle Age, so now it's just blue. Blue being held back. And you gotta be careful because the knights are going to trade really well against the skirmishers. They're not upgraded. Ooh. Oh, lordy. That's a big investment down the drain right there. Teal trying to push red's gate over here. Seems to be kind of content over here with just a Mangonel. And full stone walls coming down for orange. Literally separating red and green from each other. Splitting the two sides, two flanks in half. And red attempting to wall behind. Anything he can do to delay this crossbow push. And green adding some siege. Orange has got to be careful. Ooh, big shot. Gets 2. Injures many more. And it looks like red will get these walls up to stop teal just in the nick of time. Might lose the villager. Yep. Oh, yep, there we go. But red's got a second layer, and yellow is sending a mangonel here. Let's see if we can get a big shot on him or not. Teal pulling back. And it looks like yellow just went ahead and did an attack ground in case anybody tries to come up there. And here we go, green and blue pushing in on orange. But teal is in Imperial Age now. That's a big concern. Ooh, better be careful. Whoa, okay. He's lucky he only lost one mangonel to that. Pretty bunched up there. Maybe he can get a good shot on these archers. Many of them are really weak. Red says, I save other side first. Blue says we're okay. Gotta be careful. Ooh. Okay, that's a good trade for green. 1 for 2. Or 2 for 1. And purple, gray, and teal are all in Imperial Age. No one from Frank's team is in Imperial Age. Until now. Yellow just attempting to delay as much as possible. Getting a lot of TCs and a lot of farms up. And purple getting a bunch of siege workshops down. So he's really prioritizing the siege. And just looking at the score alone, things are not looking too hot for the primary colors team. Well, primary colors in green. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Teal in with Arbalest and a ram, taking out yellow's fishing economy. Red responding with a TC. Have to see what gray does. Looks like he's going to build a second castle as well as wall up. So no more pushing. He'd rather just do anything he can to prevent being pushed. And teal is in. And so is gray. Things are not looking good. You've got elite samurai and Saracen Arbs. which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe have a bonus versus buildings. Let's see. Yep, 2 attack plus versus building. So a group of them can really do a good job of taking out buildings. Red trying to clear them up with these Cavalier. They have decent stats, 16 attack and 6 pierce armor. But Teal's constant hit and run tactics are very aggravating. Teal trying to get a castle up to kind of shore up his position. And Gray just constantly streaming in a steady stream of elite samurai. And now it's Yellow's turn to attack into something. Yellow is building champions, which, if you're not aware, Malians have insane champions. They're like Huskarl champions, basically. Because the barracks units get 1+ pierce armor per age starting from feudal age. Feudal, castle, and imperial age. So what's that, like 3 extra pierce armor? It adds up.
Ew.
And it looks like red is actually pushing teal a little bit here, and gray's castles. Gray coming up here, probably to try and get some of that gold. And surprisingly, this steady stream of Cavalier and now these Malian Huskarls, aka champions, are really doing work. Look at that, 8 pierce armor total right now. Really tanky units versus archer fire. And look at this. Purple coming in with a ton of siege. So much siege, he's not even sending units to protect the siege. He's just going to let Orange's crossbows do what they can. I feel like with this much siege, you really should go for the kill as quickly as possible. Shock and awe, shock and awe. Apparently, if you have enough siege onagers, it doesn't matter what you're attacking, you can just take it out. And some boyars being added in, not much. Look at all these chickens. I don't even know what that's from. I just hear people say it, so I say it too. And that's a lot of siege onagers. And that's kind of the stuttering that I was talking about. It does it even more in Capture Age, and that's a decent amount of cavalry. Ooh, lordy. What was that? Maybe 2 siege onagers down for all of those knights? It's a big loss. Green trying to get his elite Eagle Warrior numbers up. Can it stop? Oh, that was massive. Oh. That was an entire army decimated. I don't know why the Japanese player is insisting on building so much samurai versus cavalry. I mean, samurai are a sturdy, solid unit for sure. But you have 33% faster attacking infantry, including halbs. And those halbs are going to have that bonus damage versus cavalry. And you're not going to have to spend gold. So, kind of would like to see that. And red going into light cav. Now, something interesting to remember. Oh, it's so much. Oh, man. Something to remember is the Sicilians only take half of bonus damage. So what does that mean? That means so they're going to stand up against spears, the spear line, a lot better because they only take half of that bonus damage, which is so high. Red trying to come in here with a little sneak, trying to split up his guys and get some onager kills. He gets a couple of them. Looks like maybe 3, 4. But loses that whole army. It's just so much siege. Plus being supported by ARBs. And Frank says wider. It looks like they're trying to cut a trade route into the trees. Remember, they're currently walled off and separated because of orange. And red is really pumping out a lot of light cav. Looks like he's really taken out Orange's little miniature base that he had here. Orange apparently trying to get a lot of stables up. Maybe wanted to launch a little attack from there. Red getting a pretty good trade on a lot of these siege going down. And red is starting to add some trade in. Haven't seen anyone pick up the relics yet. Kind of surprised. It's just free gold sitting there. And oh my goodness. Purple and orange have pushed through blue's base and out into green's base. Melting TCs. So the question is, can they hold? And just all of green's base getting melted. Red trying to pull a little bit of a sneak here. Coming behind with some light cav. Now hitting it from the front and... oh my lord. Talk about perfect timing. Did not lose a single siege onager on that. Some siege going down, but just so much cavalry going down for red. And just like that, most of green's base is gone. Not looking too hot over here. Thankfully, the Japanese infantry only get a bonus against unique units. The Malian champion benefits from a unique tech to get that extra pierce armor. Or unique bonus, I should say. But they're not a unique unit. Which really nerfs the samurai's ability to take out a unique unit. And red is just setting up a massive economy. Lots of food. Trade slowly getting up and running. Ideally, you want to have your trade set up as far away as possible. And it looks like yellow and red are somehow not only hanging in there, but pushing back gray and teal a little bit. Yellow adding in some hand cannoneers versus the samurai. Purple continuing with the rampage. Doesn't matter what you throw at them. You have enough siege and it just goes down. All these production buildings. And you look at the score, red's doing pretty well. Yellow's hanging in there, green's hanging in there. But blue is just hurt bad. He's the only player that's still in Castle Age. And sitting at 4,000 points. And what is this?
Yes.
Freaking nuts. Excuse me. Siege onagers taking out castles. Red really prioritizing the light cab. That way it only costs him food and not gold whenever he sends it in. Wow. That was a lot of siege down. Yellow adding in some walls here. Still a little jittery there. A lot of hand cannoneers out.
Io.
Red trying to hold hard onto green and blue side. Running in here with his light cab. Can he get some kills? Purple is done a phenomenal job. Oh. Using his siege. He does get some friendly fire hits. Lots of trade getting set up. And teal coming up with a castle. Trying to hold this spot again. And it looks like it's going to be a doubt castle. And he pulls back his villagers. Looks like yellow has really secured most of his base here. Oh, big engagement down here. Gray, purple, and orange deciding to team up. Tons of light cav getting mowed down. And the samurai are doing work over here. Blue adding in some light cav now. He's been behind this whole time, but he's trying to contribute. However, did not get a kill. And orange coming with a very aggressive forward castle here. Yellow building a outpost. Probably concerned that... Okay, he sees a lot. Concerned that an onager might cut through the trees here. And yellow coming in with his Malian champions with their insane pierce armor. 8 in total. Not concerned about fighting under a TC or castle, even though there's 2 castles next to each other. Getting some bombard cannons out. That's going to help a lot. Trade really getting up and running here. Looks like both sides. This side actually looks like to be prioritizing trade even more. A lot of markets, a lot of carts. Got some arbalists over here, just chilling. And it's just back and forth for these yellow and teal player. As teal tries to hang on and keep his castle up. And green's base is nearly annihilated down here. Fred says, blue, boom back please. So blue's got 1 TC here. They did give him some food. And another TC here. And gray destroying green's houses. Another castle up. You know that's gotta hurt. Not much down here. A villager or 2. And yellow has found a winning combination between these insanely strong champions, these hand cannoneers, and bombard cannons. Teal with the Mamelukes. Now Mamelukes are an anti-cavalry unit. Not that they can't work on other units, but they're primarily meant to fight other cavalry. Oh no, and gray is in on blue's woodline. He says, go imp, make ARB and BBC. Trade is really thickening up here. Red getting a defensive castle up. Trying to hold here. Rebuilding walls. Repairing a castle. Building more production buildings. Purple building another set of siege onagers. And red sneaking in some cavalry here. Did kill some carts.
Wood, please.
Lots of markets over here. Ideally, I'd like to see a market up here or as far east as you can get it. Right now, there's 2 right here, 3 right here. I mean, it doesn't look like Teal's going to be able to hang on too much longer. Not making the right units. Yellow here with the trebuchets and bombard cannons.
Food, please.
Lots of empty farms here. Green trying to get his eco back up and running. And red actually has the highest score by 7,000 points. Only issue is his team, especially blue, are kind of bringing him down a little bit. Blue had it
Food,
rough.
please.
A lot of people would quit. Orange trying to sneak in some chickadee. Hopefully, Red sends the scouts over there. Will save his trade. No, they keep running away. Oh, surprisingly, the chickadee got cleaned up pretty quick. Teal being stubborn, fighting on. Lots of trade here. And lots of light cav coming in. Nice.
Food,
Gray with
please.
lots of elite samurai still. Gonna clean up this army from red. So many production buildings. And the castle for Teal goes down. Both teams pushing the opposite flank. Red says stop making light cav. Make SO, Siege Onager, or Bombard Cannon. Blue says me? No gold, man. Let's see what Blue has. Yeah, he really doesn't have a whole lot. He's making light cav because
Food,
that's what
please.
that's
Food,
what he can.
please.
Trying to set up trade. Lots of cavalry on the field. Lots of light cav and some cavalry here. And Teal trying to boom behind. Getting pressured pretty well. Trebuchets will be set up. Back and forth, back and forth. And purple's got another small siege onager army down here. The first one was so expensive. Purple pulling back a little bit. A lot of trade here. And perfect. Red using his onager to chop through the trees. Gonna get a market set up for optimum amount of gold that can be collected. And it looks like if red and yellow can push on this side while holding on this side, it might be enough. The score points have swung in their favor. There's a lot of trebuchets down here. Red says, no more light cav blue. Get to siege onager. And blue keeps saying, no gold, man. Can't do it. Red says, start trade. I guess actually yellow, red, yellow. Yeah, so blue really does need to start trade up. It's a lot of farms. And purple amassing more trebs, more siege onagers, and chickenu, if I can speak properly. Looks like this castle will go down. A lot of light cav, and some hussars. But against this, I don't know. Just insane. Purple's ability to just slaughter things with these siege onagers is freaking nuts. Some friendly fire going on there. Trebuchet is getting packed up. Ooh. So much friendly fire going on. Oh, man. Friendly fire, friendly fire. Yellow says, can you clear? I'm assuming he's talking about the trade route. And it's not looking good for teal here. Getting kind of stuttery, may have to slow it back down again. Yellow's sending a lot of trebs forward. Teal content to fight under castle fire while he tries to take out some trebuchets. And teal calls the GG. So much pressure being brought on the opposite flank. Entire bases being wiped out. Buildings, castles, TCs melted with siege onagers. And yet, teal was not able to hold. And all these new walls, not gonna do much. And there's teal finally resigning after calling GG earlier. And gray's going to be next. Red coming in here with some Cavalier. Trying to get some good trades. Takes out a lot of siege. Awesome. These blue hussars coming in here. Just looking to snipe some onager kills maybe. Oh my goodness. These are the kind of plays that I wish I was good enough doing with Siege Onager. And orange calls a GG, now gray, and now purple. And who would have thought to have got all the way past two people and pushing into the other pocket player, but being unable to hold on the opposite flank and having to call the GG. Just crazy. Well, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we will catch you on the next one.